Thank you very much. Now the question is, you don't have words yourself. I can understand your dilemma. Ladies and gentlemen, as of this minute, we have over 13,800 COVID cases in India. And there are people who want to take their dogs out for a walk and walk on their decks of their buildings. We are battling a global pandemic, and this fight cannot be taken lightly. So when there are some people, some VVIPs to be specific, who cannot do without gourmet bread, imported olive oil, foreign liquor, walks for their dogs, or their mandatory chocolates, it's not a matter of joke. This chalta hai attitude cannot be allowed. If it's a lockdown, this lockdown is for everyone. It's 100% lockdown and nothing less. And if you're a part of those privileged classes who keep supporting the idea of 100% lockdown, but are looking for that teeny-weeny way of getting away with things for yourself, remember, this applies to you, nothing less.
India has been under lockdown for 24 days now. Exactly 78 days ago, on the 30th of January, the first case of coronavirus was detected in the country. Today, over 13,800 people have tested positive for the virus. The best part about India's story is the recovery graph. It's getting better each day. As of today, it is at 13% with over 1,700 recoveries. But the chalta hai attitude is back, and it might weaken our fight against COVID, especially when the rich and the mighty in Chandigarh put pressure on the administration to bring them their gourmet breads and imported cheese.
Many of them, some of them are still violating. So our system was to name and shame them. So forget the punishment. Punishment part will come later. But naming, shaming them will be more effective. That is what we have done. We have said that our essential ration shops, etc., will be open, and 11 to 3 it is open, and door deliveries are allowed. So if there are certain items which people are used to taking, if they ask for it, there's nothing wrong. Only thing is, if they insist on that being given, or they make a big issue out of such big shops not being opened, that is when we find it little offensive.
Even when they take their pets out for a walk, they do it in groups. In Kolkata, it seems to be business as usual, with more number of cars on the streets each day. The state government believes sweets are essential commodities.
One of the states where sweet shops were open even in the lockdown period by government order was West Bengal. And over here, the order was that sweet shops will be open from 12 to 4. But yesterday, the Chief Minister, after a cabinet meeting, stated that sweet shops will be will stay on from 8 a.m. in the morning till 4 p.m.
In Siliguri, the fish markets are crowded. In Karnataka's Kalburgi, religious congregations have been allowed. In Punjab, politicians are walking around in public places without wearing masks. These violations can cost us dearly, and all the efforts put in by each one of us individually to control the spread of coronavirus may just fall flat because of this callousness. Let's debate.
And viewers, look at this picture of this man. He's maintaining social distancing. There's a homeless man. He's offered food, but he's maintaining social distancing. He's maintaining a circle and asking the police to come at that point and give him the food and go. And he's wearing a mask as well. And so while I stay on these pictures, I want to ask you, viewers, many of you are saying we are maintaining social distancing within our building compounds. But, you know, we want to go for a walk. We want to take the dogs for a walk. Our dogs need some exercise. We need some exercise. Look at this picture and ask yourself how irresponsible you are. Just how irresponsible you are. You are also one of those VVIPs who should be locked up. And I believe there should be very strong scrutiny of people who are allowing a breaking of rules within the premises of their own compounds. Because that's how the problem starts. Somebody says at the start, Smita, oh, we'll break the rules a little bit within our own building. Somebody is going to turn around and say, we'll break the rules within our cooperative housing society. then someone's going to say, we'll break the rules while taking the dogs out for a walk. And then we'll do it in a group. And then somebody else says, oh, we'll break the rules in our locality or in our community. Everybody, all of us must now ask ourselves, so many people are looking for a way to break the rules when it comes to themselves. So don't complain about the fish market in Siliguri or the mosque in Murshidabad. You have no right to. Or this congregation that you are seeing in Kalburgi. You have no right to if you are doing it in a way yourself. Now some people say, and don't talk about these Friday prayers in the mosque alone. Some people say, well, we know we are maintaining social distancing while breaking the rules. Now, are you foolish? Did the Prime Minister tell you that go for a walk in your building and maintain social distancing rules? Show me where it was said. Where was it said? Did the Prime Minister tell you within your society or within your locality, go break a few rules while taking the dogs out for a walk? Did the Prime Minister allow that, or did the Prime Minister tell you to stay at home? You're not an emergency service, so you have no right going out for a walk. Even emergency services don't have a right to go for a walk. They go for work. But I know of many people who are violating the rules as of this minute. And therefore, I'm going to pick them up by examples and expose them one by one, because they will contribute. This is a mentality people have that, oh, among our class of people, in our high society building, oh, nobody is going to get coronavirus, nobody is going to infect others. It's going to come from the slum next door. No, it's not. You infect the slum as much as you could infect your neighbor. So this hypocrisy that I have seen needs to be really taken on. Therefore, I want to start with the example from Chandigarh, where in Chandigarh, people are fighting with the administrators, Ramneek. Oh, we want a particular kind of milk. We want a particular kind of olives. You know, we want bread from Nick's Bakery. We want a particular bread. You know, this particular kind of bread is made in this particular place. And I want this kind of cake. I can't have the cake that everyone has. Now, I don't grudge anyone their lifestyle. For God's sake, put it on hold. Ramneek, what's going on in Chandigarh? It seems that dog walking has become the biggest priority of people who are tweeting the most in favor of the Prime Minister for the lockdown. What's happening there, Ramneek?
Yeah. It's surprising. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has come out with folded hands, requested people to maintain social distancing and to stay indoors. I don't know, somehow people have a delusioned thought that, the government or Modi has a magic wand that he will make this pandemic or this disease disappear. The only magic wand is in our own hands. We have to stay indoors. And the problem with Chandigarh is that people have a certain way of living, a certain lifestyle that they've gotten used to over the years. But they fail to realize that being inside their houses is the new normal. If it's the new normal, you have to get used to it, and it's not going to get over soon. Believe you me. Unless we have a vaccination or we have a formidable treatment for this.
You see, some people are saying,
there's going to be no change in this.
Some people are saying in Chandigarh, and believe me, what they are saying is, they're saying, we're so bored. We're so bored. Well, please do something. Can we play some golf? Just two or three passes for a few rounds.
I am sure they will be entertained inside the ICU with their lungs packed jammed with the disease. I'm sure they will be more entertained inside the ICU. Meanwhile,
and then people within their housing societies are saying we want to go for evening walks and morning walks. That's also happening, Smita. People are saying we need our evening walks.
Allow me to make a short point.
No, why do they need to have their evening walks? Are they going to die if they don't have their evening walks? Which doctor says if you don't walk, you'll die?
Through this to get back to normal.
It's crazy.
It's also the lack of risk.
It's a lack of respect. That's the point, Smita.
And directly to the Prime Minister of India, he came out with folded hands. Modi
it's a lack of
every citizen of this country.
It's inbuilt in our nature. I think as Indians,
allow me
to have a complete disrespect for any kind of rules. The more privileges you have, the more disrespect you have for rules in India. You know, there are actually for spitting, when there was this thing of fining for spitting for 200 rupees, people said, to kya hua, 200 rupees hai. Spitting is part of our culture. Eating gutka and pan and spitting is part of our culture. Look at how Singapore did it. Singapore also, there were people who used to spit because culturally there are some groups who think swallowing spit is wrong. So what did Lee Kuan Yew do? He said carry little plastic bags, spit in it and then tie it with a bag. So what did cab drivers do? They kept that spitting ke liye ek bag with them and usi mein spit karke usko band kar diya. They did it for 2 months, 3 months. It became so difficult. They started swallowing their spit. They didn't die, no?
Yeah.
So what is the problem? What is
no,
the
you know what? I'll tell you what the problem is. I'll tell you what the problem is that we believe that if I take a minute, we believe that we pick up an instance of a politician violating and we'll all preach about it. But if we violate, it's not a violation. We are just doing a little bit.
Exactly.
So the question is, Ramneek, these same people who will walk their dogs, who will say we are maintaining social distancing while walking around in our buildings with gay abandon, breaking every rule. You are no better than the Navjot Singh Siddhus, let me tell you. And let me tell you, you have no right, any of you, I'm sure it will make me unpopular tonight, you have no right, any of you, to go and preach to politicians like Navjot Singh Siddhu or the BJP MLA celebrating a birthday if you can't curb your instinct. And your instinct is the following. Your instinct is you believe that you're part of an economically privileged group and you'll manage things. Where is your social responsibility? You are the kind of people who will, I'll tell you today, let me ask you a question today, viewers. People, these, especially in urban centers, upper middle class, people in an upper economic bracket, they preach a lot, oh, look at the slums, people are not maintaining social distancing. I want to ask you, is there any difference between walking around inside a slum or walking around inside your building or your cooperative housing society? Tell me, I want to meet a doctor who tells me that it is less dangerous to move around in upper middle class cooperative housing society than it is to move around inside a slum. These are the same people who complain the most about people being unruly in slums. Am I right or wrong? Is this pinching you, viewers? Is this pinching you? Are there some of you who are doing it? I'm telling you, don't. Don't preach when you don't follow the rules yourself. And I don't know, Gaurav, why you're giving a leeway to people. Your government's being extremely indulgent. Extremely indulgent.
First of all, I think the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji himself is setting an exemplary example. And all of us are contributing in our own little way. एक बात बस आपसे कहूंगा, आपके कंधे पर देश की जिम्मेदारी है, आपने नहीं उठाई तो किसी कंधे पे आप जा रहे होंगे.
वो मैं मानता हूं, मगर but this one tweet is this. No, it's one tweet I want to read out. Hina Mehta has tweeted. She says, marriage cancelled, but we are happy that we are not violating lockdown. Lockdown is not any obligation which we are doing on our country. It is our prime responsibility now. It is my responsibility to save my country. Now, before you come in, I want to tell you this is what the citizens of this country are doing. But what are politicians doing? They are trying to find ways of getting new vote banks. So in Bengal today, please don't mind people of Bengal. Please, I'm telling the people of Bengal, your social responsibility is not to go and crowd the fish markets or the sweet shops. Bengal can do without fish and sweets, but it has to save lives. Mamata Banerjee has been absolutely selfish. She is trying to think she's going to become very popular if she lets people go and buy fish or sweets with gay abandon. I can't think of anything more ridiculous than opening sweet shops 8 hours a day. She opened sweet shops today. Earlier, she was trying to ensure that people get liquor. Tell me one thing, Tausif, will liquor and sweets save people from the coronavirus? Tell me, Tausif. If people have a lot of liquor and sweets, is there any scientific proof that this will save people from getting COVID?
No, you see, Arnab, we are going from a time when each and every citizen has got an opportunity to serve our nation. And it's a very
Why are
simple
sweet
way
shops
we can
essential?
serve our nation is by maintaining social distance.
Sweet shops.
We simply need to maintain social distance.
No, you are not.
And
no.
we will be serving our nation.
No. You know what happens? This is the top trend in India today. 1 minute. No. I know. No. I'll tell you one more thing. I'll tell you the way I look at it. And Smita, please come in on this. I think Mamata Banerjee is sitting down with a piece of paper today saying, how many cases can I hide? How many tests will I not do?
No.
And then can I make people happy? She thinks, and then can I make people happy saying, I'll give you a little peg every evening, and I'll give you a mishti doi, and I'll give you a shandesh. I'll tell you, people of Kolkata, hear me. People of Kolkata, hear me. Your chief minister is trying to bribe you. She's trying to bribe you. She's utterly irresponsible. She's trying to tell you that you should not complain because you've got your access to your sweet shops. People of Kolkata, tell Mamata Banerjee whether going to sweet shops will change your life. I'm really sorry. This is ridiculous. Sweet shops are not essentials. How are sweet shops essentials? Just tell me this. How are sweet shops essentials? How are sweet shops essentials?
Because they are made of milk. It's a dairy product.
I swear, man, I'm going to go completely crazy with these guys. Because they're made of milk.
Tons and tons of liters of milk will be wasted. Now, there is a very important catch in this, that everyone who steps out of home must maintain social distance, and this is not a time to attack Mamata Banerjee.
How are sweet shops essentials? How are sweet shops essentials? How are sweet shops essentials?
The only way we can fight corona is to attack corona.
You need 8 hours to shop for sweets.
By maintaining social distance.
How are sweet shops essentials?
I have just said it's part of
so you need 8 hours.
Sweet shops are essentially a part of milk product, and milk will go.
So should we open sweet shops in Mumbai too?
Milk is already part of the essential services.
It's so crazy. You're sounding so crazy. You know that?
Milk shop everywhere is opened. I don't know if you're aware or not. Willingly trying
See, this is the mindset.
Because you want to attack
Mamata Banerjee is doing is she is serving certain debt to the people of Bengal. If you are so worried about the fresh milk, take it to your factory, convert it into milk powder.
Don't do politics.
End of the story. Why do you run sweet shops? There is no business. Have you heard of the pizza delivery guy who was COVID positive? 74 people are in quarantine because of that. Mamata Banerjee is serving certain debt to people of Bengal. If you're so worried about the milk, turn it into milk powder.
The idea is to maintain social distancing. The idea is, so when so many people go to a sweet shop, do we maintain or do we increase or decrease social distancing? I mean, you know, this lockdown was aimed at ensuring that people stay home, they maintain a distance, there is less chance of them catching an infection. Why are people not taking newspapers at home? Then let's start newspapers tomorrow. Why are newspapers not being allowed at home? Because it increases the chances of breaking the essential rules of a lockdown. You have to understand. Now, I also want to tell you, Ramnik, I was told that in Chandigarh today, people are saying that they need a particular kind of olive, and there's a lot of pressure being put on the administrators that the best Italian olives are not available these days. I just want to ask you, and I want to ask Gaurav, how do people have the guts to demand olives and a particular brand of Italian olives at a time like this? And please tell me, I was told that the police in Chandigarh is very tough, but how are people going for walks? And I'm told the police can't act on them because very influential people, judges, bureaucrats, their families, their dogs, all go for walks as well.
Okay, and let me answer this for you in very clear terms and very uncertain terms. You heard of Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of UK? He got infected with corona. He was in ICU.
So what does that prove?
No VVIP which the coronavirus will not touch. A judge, an ex-judge, a diplomat, a bureaucrat, you are all susceptible to catch the disease. If you are so interested in your olives, you should have stopped them before or get used to the new normal. I'm very surprised that the advisor UT, he's an IAS officer named Mr. Manoj Parida. You know, there is two sets of rules in democracy for common man and for the VIPs. The common man will get a lathi and danda on his back, whereas, you know, the VVIPs will simply get their name published in the newspaper. Why so? Why can't they equally get a danda? Or, you know, fine them heavily. Let them pay through their noses. Fine them 2 lakh rupees for each violation. Let them know that they need to stay inside. When the Prime Minister with folded hands comes out and requests
I think the IS officer has said these VVIPs should be named and shamed.
Yeah, he said only public is in the name. But if I go out and get a danda on my back, yeah, they will beat me black and blue. You would have seen, Navjot Sidhu was outside without a mask. Had it been anybody else, Punjab police would have given him a nice beating, I tell you, Arnab, for sure. And we've been seeing those videos on the social media.
And all of this is happening when the middle class is struggling to manage their households. The chronically ill are fighting a battle. And small businesses are facing problems to pay their workers. The lower middle class is struggling. People are waiting in line to get their essential items. And at this point of time, the people who are breaking the rules the most, Gaurav, are the so-called privileged classes. You're not being watchful enough of them. And these are also the people who complain the most about others.
And Arnab, like a commoner, I would say that we have to act very responsibly. I was hearing Tausif and I was appalled. Appalled for the reason it's not about the milk in the sweet. It's about milking the minority vote bank. And that is why Mamata Banerjee has not been even cooperating with the central government in sharing the data.
How much do you know about Bengal?
Let me tell you,
how much do you know about Bengal?
Chocolates from Switzerland.
Ladies and gentlemen, India's #1 trend this evening is the lockdown VVIPs hashtag, which proves that in India, there is tremendous support for the fight against the quote-unquote privileged classes breaking the lockdown. Dear viewers, the percentage increase is coming down. There are positive signs. But if we are to truly attempt to win this battle, we will have to develop a lot of patience. There's one group of people you and I don't need to be patient about, and those are the stone pelters. I'll tell you more about that on the other side.